highvolumemusicradio.com. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour.
Hey, yo, Guru, you ready?
Business, marketing, accounting, social media, resources, strategies, tips, events. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour.
It's just savage business.
Grants, funding, capital, life
insurance,
annuities, finances, tax tips, strategies, music, business, local spotlights, business highlights, leadership, entrepreneurship. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour. highvolumemusicradio.com.
All right. We are back here at High Volume Music Radio. This is Candace Joseph, your business guru. And let me tell you something, okay? All I have to say is this. They got some music up in here that we're going to be playing a little bit later in the show. But all I have to say is this. I had to listen to that Commodore's Brick House. Okay, I had to shake my little groove thing a little bit over here. Don't talk about me. Yeah, I dance on one side of my good hip and rock to the side. Like, yeah, that's how we're going to do that thing, okay? So I hope that you guys are enjoying the show, Business Knowledge Broker Hour. We're Candace Joseph tonight because when I say greatness is coming through the door, greatness is coming through the door. But this is the thing. On Facebook Live for my Monday night special edition, I'm going to have a very special guest who I'm going to drop their flyer after the Business Knowledge Broker Hour show here on High Volume Music Radio. So I definitely want you guys to check out that greatness, okay? Because it's going to be all about that Texas, Louisiana businesswoman's connection, baby, okay? When I talk about women CEOs, I'm talking about women that mean business, okay? So that's all the hint I'm going to give you. And I'm going to drop that amazing flyer because you know what? One of my friends from the great state of Louisiana, she is a CEO in her own right. She has a nonprofit that does things for small businesses that is absolutely amazing. So you know what? You have to go to the Business Knowledge Broker Hour with Candace Joseph Facebook page to see that greatness. That's all right, Miss Lakita Smith. I'm talking about you, girl. So we're going to go ahead and get that off. But that's Monday night, 7 p.m. on the Business Knowledge Broker Hour Facebook page. That is a live interview, live exclusive, okay? So, we're going to keep these connections going. Why? Because at the end of the day, we are global citizens. So, you know what? I'm going to always reach across the state lines to pull up my sisters. And the thing about it is, iron sharpens iron, period. Okay? That's how it goes. But you know what? In the studio today, I got some greatness. I got some greatness right here live in front of me. So, let's talk about that greatness, right? And I'm going to bring up his mic because I want him to introduce himself. And this is the thing, he's been sitting here the whole first hour of the show. Just calm, cool, collected, on his phone, just saying, okay, he checking it out. He commenting on the live feed. He, engaging with everybody. And when I say I love that, I absolutely love it. But you know what? He got some nuggets to drop too. So I'm going to bring up his mic because, I like for people to introduce themselves at all times. Hi, Mr. Williams.
Hey, Candace.
Hey, look, he's been sitting here like rocking out with me. We listening to some, some soul cookout tunes, playlists that I got going here. But the greatness of Mr. Ron Williams. I want him to introduce himself. Look, I'm not gonna do him with the 30-second pitch, okay? I'm not gonna do that. I know it is the weekend and tomorrow is a holiday. Okay, so we're not gonna do that. But I want you to tell people about your greatness. That's what I want.
Well, I just want to, first of all, just say thanks for giving me the opportunity to be here. And greatness, recognize greatness. And I'm certainly honored to be amongst all this greatness.
Thank you.
But just a little bit about myself. I am, I guess, what you would call a serial entrepreneur. Ooh. I mean, I have been self-employed for probably about 25 years. I've done a little bit of all things, and kind of like your previous guest said, a jack of all trades. But now, going into this year, my focus has been single-minded. I am trying to get to the point right now to where I want to master just one profession. So The thing that we're going to discuss today is the financial service industry. I've had the pleasure of being in this industry for the last 15 years. What got me interested in this industry is that I wanted to be the person that my people can go and talk to about matters regarding their finances, and particularly life insurance, and the opportunities that it all presents.
Okay, so what I want you to do is break down the financial service part of it, because most people say, okay, life insurance, that's really a financial service. Yes, people, it is. Some people don't know that. They think about banks when you say financial services, they think stocks. So sometimes you want people to know about the greatness of what you do. So I want you to explain financial services a little bit more to people that's at home, listening in.
All right. Well, basically, when you talk about financial services, you're talking about anything that's dealing with money and your finances. So insurance in particular, it is an industry, where it gives you the ability to not only protect your money, but also to make money.
Yep.
So when you think about the banks in the financial service industry that most people are used to, the way that most of these banks get their revenue is through insurance premiums. So you'll be amazed as to how the financial service industry or the banking industry is impacted, and it works directly hand in hand with the insurance business.
Wow. So, we're going into 2021, right? We're through the first month. What are some things that you feel that people should know in regards to, those financial services and, particularly the insurance industry? Why is it so important?
Well, the main reason why it is because when you turn on the news every day, on my way actually to the studio, it was probably about 3 classmates of mine that just lost a parent.
Oh, wow.
So when we look at those things, unfortunately, especially in our community, the church or GoFundMe has basically become the alternative for a lot of people to take care of those financial matters that's associated with final expenses.
Yeah.
So the thing that I try to educate my clients on is, unfortunately, when the person passed away, it's too late at that point in time. So to get your affairs in order, you're never too young, to put things in place. And, the way that the economy is, the way that the world is right now, we just never know. So we have to protect our finances, and we're going to talk about different ways to do that.
I love it. And the thing about it is that most people think of only life insurance, but there are different types of insurances. You also get into a little bit of a commercial insurance, and people don't realize that if you're a business owner, you have to have insurance, period. you have to have those liabilities, and a lot of times most people don't know about that. They just say, oh, I'm jumping into business. Okay. Oh, I know I need life insurance because I know one day my family's going to have to bury me. But sometimes, people don't know about the greatness of how life insurance can be used.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that motivated me to actually get licensed. I remember, growing up, a guy came and knocked on my door, and obviously, I kind of grew up in the hood, and I believe it was probably I think it was a white gentleman. And I use this pretty much kind of when I talk to all my clients. I say, typically, if you grew up in the hood and you saw someone that showed up, typically with a shirt and a tie on, it was either one or two people. It was either insurance man or Jehovah's Witness. So I can just remember when this guy kind of sat down and just had a conversation, with my mom, and, was kind of telling her about insurance and, the benefits associated with it. It resonated something with me. And years later, I got introduced into it. And a friend of mine said, hey, man, you ever wanted to get into an industry where you can, first of all, educate our people?
Yeah.
Because, my people are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. And, not only do you get an opportunity to help educate people, but you also get an opportunity to make an awesome living at the same time. So I said, well, those are 2 things that I love doing, so I can help people and get paid at the same time. I say, sign me up.
Yep. Just that simple.
That simple.
Man, here we go. But this is the thing, right? So a lot of people think that going into business, period, is an easy thing. This is easy, that's easy. Okay, I could do anything. What do you say about people that want to go into the insurance industry? What skills, what motivation do they need to have in order to do that?
Well, the great thing about being in the insurance industry is, for one, it's an industry that you can get in and make a strong six-figure income. And it does not require that you have a college degree. All you have to do is be smart enough to actually pass the state exam, to actually get licensed. Our company actually pays for that study material for you, and the state exam costs about $65. So for about $65, you have an opportunity to get a license that puts you in a situation to where you not only get paid today, but you get paid for the rest of your life.
See what I'm talking about? Greatness! Greatness, okay? I told y'all my guests tonight were going to be great. I told you. Think about it. Jamie Grogan just got off the air and she talked about manifestation and law of attraction. Ron is here telling people about, hey, you don't have to be a millionaire to start a business. $65, a few hours of your time to sit there and study. Why not? Think about it in the terms of like this. We sit there and we study for our driver's license test and things like that. Why not study for something that's going to make you money and help the community?
Exactly. It's one of the easiest things and one of the easiest business opportunities you can get in. But most importantly, you're in an industry right now that is a multi-trillion-dollar industry.
Right. Okay.
I was actually just reviewing some stats, this kind of in preparation. But basically, in 2019, only about 57% of the American population has life insurance.
Wow.
So you're talking about an industry, where you still have, over almost 50% of the American population that is a potential client. Not to mention the fact that even out of that 57%, most of those people who have insurance either don't have enough or the wrong type of insurance.
And see, that's the key. You just said it, the wrong type. Because, you hate to, it's kind of one of those things like, you hate for someone to get to the end of their life and, their family's trying to figure out, okay, this person has passed on, they've transitioned, but we don't have the right type of insurance. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I've personally seen that a lot within family, within friends, and you're right. And look, Ron said it nicely, but the business guru gonna tell you, GoFundMe is not an insurance policy. See, he said it nicely. I'm going to let you know. GoFundMe, all of those things. Okay, we're going to have a cookout and we're going to fry up fish and sell barbecue plates. That is not a life insurance policy. Don't get me wrong. Those things, sometimes they can help people close the gap because maybe they got the wrong insurance. Exactly. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It helps close the gap, but it should not be the whole dinner. It shouldn't be the whole thing. I'm glad you said that because a lot of people don't know. They don't know the different coverages. They don't know the limits. They don't know the health questions. They don't know that certain policies, if you take a certain medication and you pass away, hey, the insurance company is going to say, hey, well, no, that person was taking this medication. Mm-hmm. You never reported that, and then they won't pay the policy. So I'm glad. Look, thank you for being one of those local people and local heroes in my eyes. To get out there and educate people on what they need to know because people don't know that.
Exactly.
They don't know. Now, tell them a little bit about the business opportunity because I think for me, I think that's something that's key right now because any industry you get into right now, you're learning a little bit of everything. You're learning marketing. You're learning sales. You're learning those soft skills that people need that now that they don't teach in the educational system. Mm-hmm. Especially for someone that's listening to the show and they're someone straight out of high school or they're wondering about if college is their plan. This is an alternative for them.
Most definitely. Yeah. And it's kind of ironic that you actually, mentioned that, because I have been on my 22-year-old daughter about getting her license. And my youngest, she just turned 18, and I told her, I said, hey, look, you ain't got to get in. I say, this is the family business.
Yeah.
So I said, you're going to get your license as well, because when you have a license, whether it's in insurance, real estate, I am just a proponent of just having licenses, because what that does is it puts you in a situation to where you don't have to beg for a job. You are the job. You create your own opportunities.
I love that.
So The great thing about it is in the state of Texas, the only requirement is, again, you're able to pass the test. You have to be over 18. And again, for the people who are considering or looking into getting into an opportunity to where you can make a strong six-figure income. And, you know, when I say that, you know, it's no fluff. I mean, the average agent on our team, you know, averages, you know, $1,500 to $1,000 a day. So for every family that we sit down and help, you know, that agent is going to make anywhere between $500 to $1,500 just for helping a person.
Wow. And see, that's just the thing. Like, I look at it like this. You know, right now, you see people coming out the woodworks. And I look at it as a way of not really, you know, not saying that, okay, you're going to use this to boost your income. But to me, it gives you a little bit of a playing field, right? Because I tell people all the time, when you go to college, you get a degree, it's yours, nobody can take it away from you. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the licensing. You just have to keep up the education to keep the license. And, you know, pay those yearly fees. So to me, once you get it, it's yours. Nobody can take it away. You know?
Exactly.
That's how I feel about it.
Exactly. And that's it. You know, the beauty about it is pretty much like you said, you know, once you make that initial investment, once you sit down, you know, to actually study to pass the exam, you never have to take the test ever again. All you have to do is just, you know, keep up with your continuing education, you know, which you have to do that every 2 years.
Yeah.
And, you know, to renew your license, which I just renewed mine, it's like about $65. So again, we're talking about for all the people who have been thinking about starting a business, you know, or looking for an opportunity. You know, this is one of the oldest professions, you know, known to man, you know, which is the insurance industry.
Yeah.
But it's an underserved industry, and especially in our community. You know, I mean, it's so many people who don't understand and know the importance of the value of life insurance. And one of the things that I always like to tell my clients is that, unfortunately, for a lot of us, when we die, all we leave is debt and a memory. However, when other people die, they leave money, you know, so it's time for us to stop investing in Jordans and making everybody else rich and dying without a legacy. And, you know, for less than what you would pay, you know, for a couple of shots of Hennessy, you know, at the bar, you can put your family, you know, in insurance, you know. And again, I was just running some numbers. I actually just did a quote on a friend of mine. Okay. You know, she has a 23-year-old son, totally healthy. You know, I ran $1 million quote for him, and the quote was less than $50 a month. So we're talking about for less than $50 a month, this person actually has $1 million life insurance policy on them. And again, we hope, you know, and as a parent, we hope that we never have to cash in on that policy. But again, why do we have insurance on our cars? Why do we have insurance on our cell phones? It's just in case.
Just in case. Look, Ron said it all, okay? Those are just true words. First of all, big ups for Ron. Nuggets. Dropping nuggets. Right? This is the thing. A lot of times people don't realize that you blow money every day. Why not invest in you? You know, and I tell people that, like, you know, you talk about $50 a month, that's my Starbucks bill. Okay, so you know what I mean? So I have to be real in saying that, because a lot of times people don't know you can change your mindset. And sometimes people say, oh, I don't know if I want to go into entrepreneurship. Get a certification, get a license, try. What's the harm in trying? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then it's something that's always yours. And at least, if I say it like this, at least if you study the test, you'll at least know what kind of policy to get. So you might as well take the test.
Exactly. and if nothing else, take the test and sell yourself a policy.
Sell yourself a policy.
You know, and get paid on it.
And
I mean, you know, there's no better way than that. You make your money back.
I love that. And then my thing is this, I love opportunities like this because it's low cost, low risk. It's kind of like if you get the license, you don't do anything with it, that's on you.
Exactly.
Right? But the key is to push you into being a greater part of yourself. So I love that you said no matter what industry you get into, take those licenses, invest in yourself. And I love what you said about, you know, making other people rich. I believe We are not going to talk about Jordans, okay?
No, exactly.
I don't even want because I could talk for an hour just on that alone. But I have to say that I love the fact that you're out here in the community and that you are helping people start. And I love the fact that you give out information. Like, you give it out, and I love it.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. I mean, one of the things that, I try to pride myself on is when I sit down with a client, I never want it to be a sales transaction. It's more of an exchange of information, you know. So I tell folks all the time, my job is to just simply advise you, to let you know what's available, what you qualify for, what opportunities exist for you. Now, what you do with the information is up to you. Now, the thing that I want to let you know is that what you qualify today for, you might not qualify tomorrow. So it's incumbent upon you to take action today, because tomorrow isn't promised, and I'm going to kind of, say one of these things. One of the key things that I always like to tell my clients is this. I mean, I guess a few months ago, they had the No Limit Chronicle, and I actually keep this in my portfolio at all times, but if you remember, that little documentary, it talked about the fact that when Master P granddaddy died, he left him a $10,000 life insurance policy. And with that $10,000 policy that his granddad left, he actually started No Limit Records. And obviously we know the story of that. I mean, he became one of the richest entertainers, in America.
Yeah.
So what it was a small investment that his granddad at least had knew to leave him. And that totally changed his thing. So in our community, I try to tell our folks, we got to stop being selfish. And when we look at life insurance, I don't want to leave those jokers nothing, because I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
I just want enough just to bury me. But we got to understand that the reason why as a community we are so far behind our counterparts is because nobody gave us that head start.
Got it.
So we got to start thinking about leaving a legacy. And one of the easiest ways to obviously do that is by getting an insurance policy, because one thing that we all know we're going to do is we're going to pass away. Yeah.
What's it said? The things in life are guaranteed: death and taxes.
That's it. That's it. So,
I get it.
So if we know that we're going to do it, we might as well. And, just even from an investment standpoint, I actually had a client that actually brought this out to me because her family was real big on insurance. And she sat down and she told her family, she said, look, I'm not going to be able to leave you guys anything financially, but what I will advise you guys to do is actually get a life insurance policy on me. You guys pay it. And when I pass away, you get to keep the benefits of it. Because again, with a 401k, you never know how that money is going to work in the marketplace.
That's correct. Due to the stocks and stuff. Yeah,
exactly. But
true.
With a life insurance policy, if you had that $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 policy, when that person passed away, you get all that money. And the most important thing about life insurance is, due to the IRS tax code, you are able to get all of that money, 100% of it, tax free.
This is what I'm talking about. Dropping nuggets tonight. This is why Ron is in the studio with Candace Business Guru. This is why Ron is here, because people have to know that. And a lot of times people concentrate so much on the sales pitch that they don't give the information. Thank you for being a warrior and giving the information.
Thanks for the opportunity to share.
Thank you. This is the thing, though. I want you to tell people where they can contact you.
Well, guys, you can certainly check out our website, which is www.nationwideinsurancesolutionsnet. Again, that's www.nationwideinsurancesolutionsnet. You could also visit my Facebook page. That's Ron Williams. You could also visit our Facebook page, which is Nationwide Insurance Solutions on Facebook. But most importantly, you can reach me directly at 832-549-5631, 832-549-5631. We are hiring. We are hiring. We are hiring. So if you have been impacted by the pandemic, if you're looking not necessarily to totally get in the insurance industry on a full-time basis, but on a part-time basis, this is one industry where you can make full-time money working part-time hours.
Ron, I need a job.
Well, you're hired.
Hey, look at that. The business guru. See, I told y'all, magic happens in the booth, okay? Magic happens here every week, and I love it, okay? So I'm going to play a song just for Ron. Ron say, you know what? Every day, entrepreneurs, 9-to-5ers, me-5-meers, job seekers, people that are looking for an opportunity, every day you're a hustler. So you know what I'm going to play right now? Rick Ross, every day we hustling. Let's go. How about Music Radio? Turn it up loud. Come back to us. More greatness. Business Entrepreneur Hour with Candace Joseph.
HighVolumeMusicRadio.com. The business knowledge broker.
Hey, yo, Guru, you ready?
Business, marketing,